Hi, and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy. Today we're going to be replacing the starter motor on this 2003. It's a Hyundai Accent, but all the 2001s up to 2006 is the exact same procedure. All right, so let's get some tools and let's get under the hood and let's get started. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the air filter box so we can get access to the starter motor itself. But before we do anything, you've got to make sure you have your battery disconnected. Best cable to disconnect is going to be your negative. Basically what you're going to do is just loosen up whatever nut you have on the battery itself, and we're going to disconnect it. We're going to remove the cable and just relocate it to the side. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here with a 10 millimeter socket, and you can use a speed handle or you can use a regular ratchet, and we're going to loosen up these clamps. Now when these clamps get a little bit old, sometimes they get a little bit rusty too, so you may need to use a small little ratchet to get it off. If it doesn't turn, just spray with some penetrating oil and it should come right off. All right, so let's remove the air filter box and relocate that. Sometimes when you're in there and you try to pull this off, you'll notice that the rubber has gotten brittle because as the car gets older, the rubber gets a little more not as pliable as it was before. So you may need to keep constant pressure on it and give it a pull while moving it up and down. It should come right off. Make sure you remove all of the other hoses that connect onto it. You can see in the side there's a small hose there. We need to take that off so we can pull it off and out of the way. Next thing we'll do is we're going to unscrew the battery box itself by taking out the small screws down the bottom right there, and we'll take this whole thing apart. Like that, down in the back, and then we can just take this out of here. And the way you take the rest of the box out is down here. You'll see a screw down there. It looks like about a 12 millimeter. And in the back over here we see another 12 millimeter. So we're going to take those out, and then we're going to remove the rest of the air filter box. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove the starter bolts in the back down in here. It looks like about a 14 millimeter bolt here and a 14 millimeter bolt right down in here also. We're going to remove these. We're also going to remove the speedometer cable right here so we can pull the starter out right through here. You can try to squeeze it through here, but if you remove the speedometer cable itself, it gives you a little bit more room to pull the starter out. So we're going to remove this speedometer cable right here. Also, so I can get to this bolt down in the back right there, I'm going to actually remove this clip right here on the shifter cable, just so I can get in there with a ratchet to get that bolt out. So let me get in there and we'll get started. The speedometer cable actually comes out fairly easy. You just loosen it, and then you can unscrew it by hand, and we're just going to relocate it off to the side because obviously we're going to need to put it back in there. So we're just going to relocate that up and out of our way. And now I'm going to just take this clip out right here so I can remove that cable so I can get down to those bolts without a problem. You can just put a pair of vice grips or whatever onto it, and you just work it back and forth and up, and it comes right up and out. And then we can just move this cable out of our way. What I usually get in here with is a very long extension, and we'll crack these bolts loose. so this one we can get to with a long extension and a ratchet. The other one down in the back over here, you can't get in here with the ratchet, so usually you hang with a wrench and just break it loose. And once you break it loose, you can get in there with a ratchet and wrench to remove the bolt all the way so we can pull the starter out. Move it to the side so we can disconnect the electrical connectors on there. And you can pull the starter right up to here, and you can disconnect the connectors on the side of it. There's a little tab on the side right here that you just press in and it slides right off the starter. Then you just take off this little cover right here and you see that bolt right here. We unscrew that nut and we remove the starter. So once you crack it loose, you can take it off by hand. Remove your wire off of the starter and just relocate it to the side. And that's it, the starter is out. And now we'll grab our new one and we'll put it back in. Okay, now before we put the starter back into its location, we're going to reconnect the wires that we previously took off. Remember, we had that main lead that was on there. We have to reconnect that before we put the starter back down in this position. And of course we're going to hold it so it doesn't touch into anything else, and then we're going to come in here with our wrench and we're going to tighten it up, and then of course we're going to put that cover back on that we previously removed to protect the back of the nut. We don't want to snap that, so just snug it in there. Right, remember to put your cover back over the top of it. Right, and we're going to reconnect our start wire back onto the starter. And then we're going to put the starter back down into the opening where we got it out of. Remember, we took off our negative cable. It connects onto a ground right in here. So we're going to reconnect that on the bolt and put it through the starter. So let me get those caught and I'll show you how it goes. Okay, once you got the bolts caught, then you can you have to make sure you have both bolts caught and turned in by hand first before you screw anything back in there and make it tight. So we're just going to snug it up a little bit. Before we tighten it down over there, I'm going to tighten up the second bolt. Remember, we used our ratcheting wrench to tighten that up, so we're going to do that. Okay, now that we have both bolts caught, we can tighten everything up all the way. I'm going to start by tightening up the top bolt. And we're going to make it fairly tight. And then we're going to go down to the bottom bolt, and we're going to tighten that up. It was a 14 millimeter, so we're just going to get on with a 14 millimeter wrench. Okay, that's tight. Okay, let me show you what we're doing. I know it's a little bit hard to see down in here because of the where it's situated, but now we got this bolt in here, that's tight. We have this bolt down here, that's also tight now. We put our negative cable back on underneath the bolt and tighten that up tight. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to reconnect the speedometer cable here, and we're going to reattach the shifter cable back onto here. And the way we're going to do that is just pretty much push this back into here, like that. And then we put our clip back inside there that we took out. I'm just going to get a hammer and tap that down a little bit. And we'll just tap it back into position. But now we have our cable back in where it belongs here. We're going to reattach the speedometer cable back in here. We're just going to snug in by hand all the way down, and then we'll just tighten it just a little bit with the wrench. It doesn't have to be real tight. We're just going to snug it in there. Okay. Now we're going to reinstall our air filter box, and then we'll reconnect our cable and we'll get it started. And lastly, we're going to reconnect our negative cable back on, and we're going to tighten that down. Okay, we start it up and we should be good. Alright, sounds good. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.